Welcome to a special edition of Friars Nation live stream as we are here at Hartford Community College for the MIAA B Conference Championship. Along with me today is Patrick McDonald, who will be joining me in commentating.
How you doing, guys?
Curley, first time in a decade they've been back in the championship. Feels good to be back, but they got to finish off business against St. John's.
Yes, it does. They played incredibly well against Chapelgate on Thursday, and if there's any game that they're going to want to have to, keep that momentum up, this is the game. It's put up or shut up time.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. You can start off 21-0 against Chapelgate, but if you don't come out playing here today, it doesn't matter. I mean, really, it's nice to get to the championship, but at the end of the day, you're playing for championships, and this is the game you gotta win.
Exactly. It's gonna be a good one. You got two great teams here. Curley gonna run up the usual starting five, but let's not underestimate their bench. Let's not underestimate their bench. They got some quality players. We saw Isaiah Brown only played a few minutes last game, but he made an impact right away.
Yeah, Curley, a very, very deep team, and that's definitely gonna be a big thing for them. As Curley definitely going to be looking to press here. Doesn't matter who it's against. They could be playing an NBA team. They would press They would press they would press even if they were down 50 or up 50. Curley is going to press, and they're going to shoot three-pointers, and they're going to get out in transition. Hopefully, they can do that today, and maybe they can be walking away in 32 minutes with the MIAA B Conference crown.
We're about to find out, and Curley, they got some. I'd say they got three guys that really need to step up today. It's Knapp, Caleb Johnson, and Dalen Brandon. Those three are they're the three X factors really, and if those three can get it going today.
As they start to announce the laps for Curley.
First starting lineup for the St. John's Catholic Football Teams. Sophomore forward number 1,
Curley, a decent-sized student section today, making the trip all the way up to Hartford County.
Going with a whiteout theme today.
It'll be interesting to see today. Both teams St. John's not a huge size team, but looking at warm-ups, really seem to be an athletic team. Really seem to be matching Curley's style for athleticism. So it's going to be interesting to see how this game really plays out.
Absolutely. Number 3, Brandon Pilgrim. He was throwing down dunks in pre-game warm-up. So there's definitely got some good competition today.
The Curley student section gets hype announcing their lineup. All-time leading scorer playing his final game in a Curley uniform. Carroll, another senior, playing his final game. Brandon, one of the two high flyers on this Curley team. Knapp, the other high flyer. Game about to get started here. You can really feel the excitement, feel the buzz, feel the tension here. Curley, not having been here in a decade, in nearly 19 years since their last championship. Officially, all of the students, any student that goes to Curley right now, has not been alive to witness a Curley basketball championship. So you can feel the tension and just feel it right now, and it is huge right now.
It's something else. I mean, being like in a neutral location too. Like this team, it just has like such a different atmosphere than any other game this year. I mean, and you could feel like the student section for Curley is pumped up. All the fans for St. John's are pumped up. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a really good one.
Yeah, two good teams going at it right here. It will be interesting to watch. Curley, it's got to be important for them to get off to another quick start. Last game they got a 21-0 start against Chapelgate. Either way it starts, whether that be a strong start, that would be important for them. But even if they go down a bit, it's important for them to literally learn how to come together and really maybe have to make a comeback if need be. Exactly,
and I feel like if there's any team that is like gelled well this season, it's Curley. They feed off each other. They're unselfish. They are just they know how to play with each other.
We are on our way in the MIAA B Conference Championship with St. John's starting with it. Working the perimeter right now. Curley in the man-to-man. First pass, Aaron pass, no, not tipped, and Curley will get possession right here. Not a great start if you want for St. John's right here.
And that man-to-man really seemed to be working better during Chapelgate against Chapelgate rather than the zone that they were running at some point that game.
Yeah, it's just better to just go simple. Just go man-to-man. Nothing too complicated. Just play your guy. Carroll has it up top. Carroll drives right. Going inside, no good. Brandon nearly tipped. Boykin there on the tip. As Curley starts first pass of the game, up 2-0. Curley gonna come in a little half-court trap here. Going baseline, nearly blocked. Brandon may have gotten a piece of the ball, but also a piece of the arm. The St. John's will go to the line.
Again, just another way of showing like Curley's chemistry and communication. Like, you know, just each person following the shot, trying to get the putback in there. That was excellent on their part.
Yeah, I mean that's just effort plays. They were beating Chapelgate on that, and if they can continue that today against St. John's, they will be hard to beat. As the first free throw hits every part of the rim and goes in. Second free throw is good, and the game is tied.
4 seniors in Curley starting 5 today. I mean, this is just a huge game for them and for the rest, but especially for the rest of the team. You know, just wanting to get these guys the championship before they leave.
Yeah, I mean, Curley, you can look at the starting lineup. Definitely a big thing they're emphasizing is size and speed. They have long, quick guys. They're going to help with. They're going to do great help. Knapp fires away a three-pointer, and that is good. Curley starting lead 5-2. Taking it over Brandon's head. Stolen by Johnson. Johnson looking to get out on the break. Weaving through traffic. We're going all the way inside, but got stripped. St. John's will take it back the other way.
Slowing it down a little bit here.
Trying to work on Boykin. Into the corner. Kicking over to the right side. Trying to go baseline. No contest right there as St. John's will cut the lead down to 1. Curley right there, you got to really want some help defense on that side right there. Beating to the baseline is not what you want. Carroll has it up top. Boykin left side. Knapp over to Carroll. Knapp's going to fire away from 3. In and out, no good.
Almost got it to go there. Knapp's jumper is going to be a huge thing in this game. It was awesome against Chapelgate. We got to see if that can continue today.
Boykin, strong closeout, but a good mid-range jump shot. St. John's takes the lead. Again, this game is going to be back and forth. Both teams able to shoot it from the outside. Both very athletic on defense. It's definitely going to be interesting to see here. Carroll running off 2 screens. Johnson over to Knapp. Knapp looks to work free. Thought about a mid-range. Johnson thought about a step back. Carroll steps into it. Couldn't get that one to go. After the strong start against Chapelgate, he couldn't get his first three-pointer to go. Driving all the way inside. Couldn't go off a St. John's player, and Curley will force the turnover.
So far, Curley seems to really like the 3 ball. I mean, so far it's been partially successful. Let's see if they can get a little bit inside going as well.
Yeah, Curley definitely really liking the 3 ball. They often go into that 5-out formation. Really just want to spread the shooters out and trying to force the defense to really be honest. Carroll works off 2 screens. Nearly carried it. Knapp works inside. Clutches for the layup but couldn't go. St. John's getting out on the break. 3-pointer on the way, no good. Getting caught for a foul right there. Seemingly no contact.
Rather questionable call there.
I may not be as close to the Curley student section, but didn't seem to be much contact, but foul going to be called right there. As Brandon picks up 2 quick fouls, he's going to have to come out. Lobbing it in.
They have to keep him out of foul trouble if they want to stay in this game for sure.
Air ball way short. Boykin wanted it long, but Johnson passes it up. Over to Carroll, left side. Boykin up top to Walter.
Walter played really well in the last game. Let's see if he can keep it up.
Johnson driving. His mid-range is good. Again, both teams deadly efficient from the mid-range, and that is going to be a big key for this game. Because you can't just leave shooters open.
It took Caleb Johnson a little bit longer to get going last game, and so far having 2 points this early in the game, that's got to feel good already.
St. John's tried to go baseline, but Knapp denies it. Knapp, again, a great help defender. Part of what makes Curley so dynamic defensively is their ability for help defense. A corner 3 is on the way, no good. Johnson coming away with it. He's going to look to try to finish. Nearly a huge block, but called for the contact though. Big time block, but contact on the arm or contact on the body. It's going to send Johnson to the line for 2.
We can see St. John's athleticism already. I mean, they are going to be a tough match for Curley today. Yeah,
one of the few teams that can actually jump with Curley. It feels like a lot of teams are standing there watching when the ball goes up, but this is the one team that can jump with Curley, so it'll be interesting to see how this game goes. Johnson's first free throw is good.
I wasn't sure if Johnson was going to take that all the way himself or if he was going to swing that out to, it looked like it might have been Boykin trailing him.
Yeah, Curley really fearless so far. We're not really, they're willing to jump with, both teams are willing to jump with each other, not backing down from a fight. It's 2 alpha males, but Boykin, good effort play right there.
Well done by Boykin.
Going long right there. Knapp tipping it. Johnson keeping it in bounds, but kept it into a St. John's player. Nice Euro step inside as St. John's cuts the lead down to 2. Back and forth game so far with 3.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Carroll slowing it down a bit here.
Pass tip, but Johnson recovers it. Boykin works inside. Little floater inside. Good little move. It wasn't too complicated, but just a jab step and 2 dribbles, a little floater. Good shot there by Boykin.
This seems like it's going to be a blow-for-blow type game. Both teams very athletic, very, they definitely have a nose for the basket.
Yeah, what if I told you the best heavyweight fight this weekend wasn't Wilder Fury, but really this game right here. Both teams are going to be trading blows. St. John's swinging it around here. Under 10 on the shot clock. They're going to call Carroll on the foul there. As Carroll was trying to close out, must have extended his foot, tripped him up a bit. Big there for St. John's. Under about 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Now got a whole new shot clock.
Curley's closeout defense right now has been very, very good, not allowing them to get any type of really good shot off at all.
Yeah, both teams probably used to having open shots, but here, as they're going to drive inside and draw a foul on Walter, both teams probably used to having open shots, used to having the space, but the athletic closeout so far have really affected the shots, but both St. John's and Curley are really deadly efficient from the mid-range. First free throw, no good.
Curley up 12-8 with 2:45 left.
Could be a big factor in this game. Curley student section much larger than St. John's student section right here. St. John's definitely got a good amount of supporters, but no real consistent student section, which could be big down the stretch shooting these free throws.
Exactly. Knapp on the board there off the missed free throw. Josh
Girls.
Knapp committing to Virginia Military Institute to play football, so good for him. Well done.
Just a really athletic player. I mean, he's going to be all over the court tonight. Carroll has it. Walter spins. Kicks it up top to Boykin. Boykin goes right side. He called for a charge right there. Just lost his balance and then tumbled right into the St. John's players. St. John's will win possession back. Boykin seemed like tweaking his hand on that play. Curley's still sticking in their half-court trap. Three-pointer up top, wide open. No good, that was Boykin comes away with it. And Curley, their size advantage today has really played a big factor, getting a couple big defensive and offensive rebounds.
Exactly, having Knapp, Walter, and Boykin out there at the same time, that gives them a really good size advantage. As you're saying.
Yeah, definitely. The size playing a big key so far. Walter looking into Johnson. Johnson, his mid-range, no good, but again, Curley there on the offensive boards. Walter just beating him two there. I mean, we're talking about the size advantage. That was just hard advantage right there. You just wanted it more and got it.
Absolutely, and getting a nice reset shot clock as well. That's always good.
Knapp thought about it. He gets it back now. Boykin, he's going to get an open three. No good, but Johnson staying with it. Again, Curley just getting more and more offensive rebounds, those effort plays. If they're going to walk away here, B-Conference champions, they're going to need that. Boykin nearly shook his defender. Knapp going inside with the left hand, extends Curley's lead up to 6.
Fantastic effort play, like you were saying. That's just great. And look at this transition defense. 4 guys back there already compared to 2 St. John's as well.
Great defensive rotation right there. Sometimes that drive and kick will really kill a team, but Boykin right there. Let's run under a minute left in this first quarter. Kicking it over. 3-pointer in the corner. That is good, and St. John's willing to go blow for blow with Curley as they cut the lead down to 3.
St. John's has been doing some fantastic passing so far, really getting Curley a little off balance and getting some double teams and leaving some guys open, so well done on their part.
Yeah, St. John's being patient. Both teams are being patient to get their own shots. Not really forcing it, but being patient, willing to swing it, willing to set picks, willing to cut in order to get baskets. As Carroll makes a good cut inside and finishes. As Curley extends the lead up to 5, St. John's maybe going to look to try to get one last shot before the quarter ends.
7 on the clock.
Driving inside, kicking it over, throwing it out of bounds. As Curley will maybe get one shot left with .6.
And I mean, really, you could get into any of these guys. All of Curley's guys can hit the 3 on the court right now.
Yeah, St. John's going to definitely pick up full court here. Definitely not intent on allowing any easy baskets. Watch Curley maybe try to set a pick, try to get someone open deep. Curley electing not to shoot there. As we will end the first quarter, Curley up 16-11. Both teams going back and forth. Both teams, it's 2 alpha dogs right now. Both teams not going to back away.
Absolutely, and it looked like Curley started to pick it up a little bit defensively toward the end of that quarter.
Yeah, Curley. The difference, right? It would be a tie game right now if it wasn't for Curley's effort. Right now, they've won some offensive rebounds. They've gotten that. They've made their free throws. I mean, that's been the difference so far in this game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The rebound differential has been fantastic. It's like especially like you were saying on the offensive side of that, it's been fantastic for Curley so far.
Yeah, Curley's been earning their buckets right now. I mean, neither team's made it easy. No easy buckets on either side, but Curley's been earning it so far.
Absolutely.
It'll definitely be big to see how both teams come at it this quarter. Because both teams we're probably expecting a fight, so I mean, it's going to be big to see which team responds, which team can really take momentum in the second quarter.
And I think a big part of this game is seeing if they can keep Dalen Brandon out of foul trouble. So far, like you said, already picking up 2 fouls. They need to keep him out of foul trouble because he's absolutely one of their best players. But as Sam Walter just showed right there, he's just as good.
Yeah, Curley, a lot of pieces and a lot of similar pieces. Long players that can space the floor, and that's what Curley's going to be doing, and also get out on the fast break. I mean, that's Curley's really 3 keys. If you can be long for defense and rebounding, if you can space the floor so they can keep the defense honest, and just have effort. I mean, that'll help us.
Exactly.
Curley will start the second quarter. Carry over to Walter.
Curley elects to go to Chris Odom Lee to start this quarter over Knapp.
Boykin nearly slipped. Retains possession. Johnson to Walter mid-range. Again, Curley just so patient in the offensive end. All teams would have rushed that there, but Curley just getting the shots they want. They want Walter in that high post. They're confident in him and they believe in him. So
exactly, and good on Curley. You know, just take the shots they're given. It could be tempting to just keep taking the three or trying to drive in and get some fouls. Just taking the shots that they're given and really making the most of it.
Trying to drive inside there, tipped around, but they will keep possession. A nice pump fake gets Boykin in the airs. Again, St. John's going blow for blow, just not willing to go away yet.
Good pass on St. John's part there. You know, could have made that a turnover, but got it out just in time.
So Walter has it. He looks to find Odom Lee. Carroll in the corner with it, using a screen. Gonna get called for an offensive right there.
An offensive foul.
Tough call right there. I mean, I understand the player went backwards, but I mean, I didn't see the arm get extended. I mean, that's the big call right there. That's what the ref's looking for. I personally did not see his arm get extended. As Curley coach protesting that right there.
So far, the refs are not afraid to make some calls. I mean, as we've seen, 7 fouls total.
Yeah. Sometimes refs like to don't like to put their fingerprint in the game, but so far today, refs strayed away from that approach. 3-pointer no good.
Contreras, number 24 on St. John's so far.
Boykin out to Johnson. Johnson going by, finishes an and one. Johnson so elusive. He has a special knack for doing that, weaving through traffic and getting a tough contact finishes.
Absolutely. Contreras, number 24 on St. John's, seems to be their primary 3-point specialist. So we'll see if Curley can keep him contained with some closeouts and good perimeter defense there.
Yeah. Johnson's free throw no good. Curley remain up 6. With a minute and a half gone here in this second quarter. Trying to drive inside. Tough finish. Knapp with the rebound. Quick to call a jump ball. First jump ball of the game is going to go St. John's way.
Seemed as though like Knapp might have had possession, but you can at least see where they get the ball.
Ref's quick to call that one. Swinging around up top. Again, both teams patient, just willing to try to expose a flaw in Curley's zone. As jumper no good, but able to get the offensive rebound.
You can see all 5 of Curley's guys were swarming the guy that got the rebound there.
Again, Walter went straight up, but had one of his arms stuck, put one of his arms out. Unfortunately, gets a foul. As Curley in foul trouble so far. I mean, definitely have a lot of depth, and I wouldn't really worry. Not something huge to be concerned about. But I mean, you get 2 fouls on Brand, you get 2 fouls on Walter. Not the ideal situation.
And St. John's says you're taking advantage of Curley's height a little bit here. I mean, they're just driving inside, and Curley a little bit taller, a little bit longer on the arms, and just a little bit more prone to fouls on some of these point guards. Yeah,
Curley, an aggressive team. I mean, Curley, they got here by being aggressive, so St. John's is trying to at least take advantage of that. The second free throw is good, cutting Curley's lead down to 5. Curley electing to keep Walter in. Boykin over to Odom Lee. Walter with it up top. He gets it to Johnson. Johnson over to Knapp in the corner. His 3-pointer. Bang! As Curley extends the lead up to 8. Knapp, the X factor in this game so far. I mean, if he can play well, if he can really, we know he can get inside and we know he can defend well, but if he can space the floor, it's going to be very hard for St. John's to keep with Curley.
Absolutely. I mean, Knapp is just a do-it-all player. He's a, defensive stalwart and got a beautiful jumper.
Tapped around inside. Good effort by St. John's. Great find. Couldn't get the finish to go. Tough finish inside. Again, both teams willing to make the extra pass and willing to be physical inside. Knapp not backing away from contesting that, and St. John's willing to go up through the contest. Boykin has the right side. He works it over to Knapp. Knapp to Walter. Johnson looking for the screen, fakes it out though. Stops mid-range, no good. Stays with it though, getting Curley effort plays.
Follow your shots.
Johnson just a high basketball IQ. You know he knows how to play. He read that right off the rim, got right to it, and put it back in. As Curley extends their lead back up to 8.
You don't become the school's all-time scoring leader without having some high IQ like that.
Trying to finish inside, no good. Boykin out with it. Boykin, good pass to Johnson. Again, perfect timing as Curley extends a lead, first time up to double digits. Being patient right there. I know for especially a guy who can get as high as Boykin, you want to throw that poster dunk, but it's just a simple bounce pass to Johnson. Perfect timing right in his pocket.
Exactly.
Allows Curley to extend the lead up to 10.
Again, the unselfishness there on Curley's part, like that's something that they really strive for, is unselfishness.
As St. John's able to respond back with a little layup of their own, cutting the lead down to 8.
So far, a big thing I've noticed this game so far is transition defense. I mean, Curley always seems to have 4 guys back right away, while St. John's, they've had some decent transition defense moments, but Curley seems to be doing better on the offensive transition there.
I mean, Curley, it's really intentional. I mean, a lot of times you can see it. As soon as that ball hits the rim, Johnson is at half court trying to get out in transition, as Curley would call their first time out of the game. But as I was saying, Johnson, it's intentional. Johnson's always, whenever the ball goes off the rim, is near half court trying to get that outlet pass, and Curley really tries to set up transition. Big part of their game.
Absolutely. What do you think you see from Curley so far that maybe they could improve upon as the second quarter is coming shortly to a close?
I mean, it's hard to really say that Curley can really improve on anything so far. Not that their game has been perfect, but you're playing against another good team. You can contest hard, but shots are still going to go in. Like you can't stop it. These are 2 good teams. I mean, for really Curley, it's just keeping it up. They got an 8-point lead. It's making sure that you can go into the half, either keeping it or pushing that out to 12, 13, not letting St. John's make this an even ball game and feel like they're in control of it.
Absolutely, and getting the lineup with Dalen Brandon back in now. I mean, they have a 3:39 left. They have a chance to really extend their lead here.
Yeah, it's going to be big to see how each team closes out this final quarter, or final quarter of the half. Both teams, again, not abandoning their strategy. Both teams willing to go man-to-man, willing to stick to what they're good at, which, I mean, is what you want in a championship game. Boykin shaking himself free. Good move. Great finish. That's how you work on a tight defender right there. Up, playing him physical. 2 strong crossovers, knowing exactly what you want to do and getting to the hole.
And I know we were saying, to watch for Johnson and Knapp today, but Boykin, I think, has really been the X factor for them, at least on offense so far. Boykin's really been playing well today.
Corner 3-pointer on the way, no good. Long, but again, St. John's getting the offensive board. Slipping right there. Boykin getting on the floor. Curley, effort plays. Gonna get a call for a travel. Late call. Oh.
That is a.
I understand what they're trying to do, but he threw that before he.
That is a call right there.
He threw that before he rolled. That's not a travel. I'm sorry.
St. John's, in the bonus now, or almost in the bonus. Excuse me.
I'm supposed to be objective, but that's not a travel. Curley robbed of a fast break bucket right there as St. John's would keep possession. Brandon making sure he gets into his first slam of the game as Curley extends the lead up to 12.
And you don't want to make Dalen Brandon mad. He will slam it home on you, and he is fired up.
Time out for St. John's. Curley student section really getting into it here.
This place has erupted. You do not want to give them a bad call because the student section is fired up, Dalen is fired up, the whole team is fired up. That was something else.
Yeah, it's one of those ball don't lie moments right there. You know that was a bad call, but you say, okay, you know what? Move on to the next play. You make a great play, jumping that pass, getting a great dunk, making sure you don't miss it. Curley's had a couple misses so far in the dunks. Really don't want to blow that.
Exactly.
But Curley extending the lead up to 12 with 2:25 left. Again, this could be the opportunity for Curley to really extend that lead. Like I said, last 2:25. I mean, they already extended up 4 from last time we had a timeout. Extending up to 16. The difference between 12 and 16 when you're going into halftime is huge.
Absolutely, and I mean, they're 2:25 left on the clock. I mean, they could easily get that with the way they're playing with, like, you know, the transition defense and just taking the shots they're giving. They could absolutely extend that.
Yeah, it's definitely possible, and Curley can really look to keep that defensive length in, not making any subs. St. John's, it's important for them to respond to Curley's, because Curley clearly has the momentum. They have the student section behind them. Literally right now, they have a student section right behind them. St. John's, it's got to be important for them to make some shots, because if they commit a couple turnovers, have a couple missed shots, Curley could really definitely extend that lead.
Yeah, Curley's very good at making teams.
Brandon took it away again! Great play by Brandon, another slam!
As I was just saying, Curley makes you pay for turnovers, and Dalen just made him pay for the second time in a row.
Curley, just great defensive anticipation right there. Driving inside. Late foul call on Boykin.
That slam might be, a little bit more than just a nice two-hander. That had a little oomph behind it.
I mean, Brandon. I knew Brandon can go for a fancier dunk. He was just trying to get the simple two-hand finish right there. The championship game, you got to get your 2 points, and he finishes it right there.
And if this place wasn't already erupted after that first dunk, they are hyped up now. This is something else.
First free throw is no good. You do not want to give any ammunition to this Curley student section, and so far St. John's has not kept them completely quiet, but made it hard for them to really string together some momentum. But
absolutely,
right now, they're really getting into it. As O'Banner will come in for final 156 here.
You can see why having Dalen in foul trouble earlier on was such a big deal, because I mean, he's got the offense, he's got the defense, he can get a crowd energized.
Second free throw is good. Curley's lead down to 13. Again, Johnson working himself free. Gets it over to Brandon. Odom up top to O'Banner. A little confusion right there, but Johnson getting it. Oh, Johnson shaking his defender. To Brandon in the corner. His three-pointer no good. O'Banner with the offensive board. Odom getting it.
Playing some tight defense right now, St. John's is.
Yeah, they are playing aggressive. Both teams willing to play aggressive with defense.
Oh.
Johnson stepping back, lost his defender. Oh my goodness. Aaron pass. Again, probably not. Again, that's a little bit of Curley's effort right there. Can't say that was drawn up for Knapp to force the turnover, but I mean, Johnson really regretting. He wish he had that move back.
I bet if Johnson had gotten that down, this place
might have exploded.
It might have exploded.
But Curley getting offense possession here is around under a minute left. Banner up top to Brandon. Brandon, he traveled though. St. John's big to get that possession back. Curley really building momentum right there. A 15-point lead. Could have been a 15-point lead if Curley could have gotten a basket there.
But I mean, even still, like, just the crowd momentum is just as good as having those 2 extra points, I would say.
Each team maybe get one, if not 2 more possessions to end this half. Brandon going for it again.
There's Contreras again on the 3.
His three-pointer is good, and Curley's lead cut down to 10.
Like I was saying, he's their primary 3-point taker, it seems like. So he's gonna hover around that arc for sure.
About a 1.5 second difference between shot clock and game clock. Curley may be looking to hold for the final one. Johnson not content to wait for the final one. He knows he can make any shot he takes. He gets the mid-range to go and extends the Curley up to 12.
And with Johnson, being more like a slasher so far, he can certainly shoot the 3. We haven't seen a lot of mid-range jumpers from him today. And, most of them he's been able to sink so far.
St. John's getting the final shot of the half. Mid-range is no good, and Curley will end the first half up 35-23. Again, 2 teams willing to go blow for blow, but Curley landing a couple shots here before the end of the half. This could be big. This could be what turns the game.
I mean, those 2 dunks by Dalen, that got this entire place, especially the Curley student section, so hyped.
It felt like both teams really didn't get a chance to get into it because both teams were playing good, but no teams were really able to string together any plays. until Curley was able to, in the final 3 or 4 minutes of this half, really start to separate themselves from St. John's. It's going to be big to see at the beginning of the half. If Curley gets off to a 7-0 run, I'm not going to say that's going to be the game, but that could make it very tough for St. John's. I mean, they've been shooting well, but it's going to be hard to step it up from this level. They're shooting probably a 30-40% clip, which for high school basketball, you'll take that all day. But
Absolutely.
shooting 50-60%, that's going to be tough.
And as we saw like Curley at Chapelgate, I mean, once Curley gets their opposing teams into a bit of a hole, they make it very difficult for them to climb out. So St. John's is definitely going to have some adjusting to do. But who knows? I mean, they obviously showed the athleticism early on to make a bit of a run.
3, 2, 1, go!
We are back here live for the start of the second half in this MIAA B Conference Championship game. Curley having a 12-point lead to start this second half. Only 16 minutes away till they crown a new champion of the MIAA B Conference. Carroll with it up top. Brandon working over to Knapp.
Come out a bit of a zone look here for St. John's.
Yeah, trying to change it up.
Seems to be working, keeping Curley on the perimeter so far.
Knapp over to Brandon. His three-pointer on the way. Way short. Not able to hit Johnson fighting for the rebound, but not able to, never hit rim, so it's going to be a shot clock violation. Currently maybe not the start you necessarily wanted for the second half.
Exactly. I mean, but like, you know, that zone defense seemed to do pretty well. They kept Curley on the perimeter, didn't allow him inside. Luckily, Dalen was able to get free there for a second, but couldn't convert.
It might be big there for St. John's. I mean, the start of the second half may come down to who's going to score the first 4 or 5 points. So, I mean, making sure Curley doesn't extend it up to 14 or 15 to start off the second half might be big for them.
Good pass inside. Absolutely.
They cut the lead down to 10.
Again, just still keeping him on the perimeter. Curley trying to work it inside, but getting some good double teams so far.
Knapp, good pass. Brandon works it outside. Under 5 on the shot clock, gonna have to put up something. Johnson fires from way outside. Again, Curley, not a great start to this half. 2 air balls. Curley already calling time. I definitely got to try to work through that zone look. Curley not prepared necessarily for that zone look. I mean, maybe taking a possession or two to work through the zone. I'm sure Curley wouldn't have been too bad with it, but I mean, that's the thing is you want St. John's gets a score here, gets 1 or 2 more scores, it's an 6 to 8 point game, which is a lot different than if Curley calls a timeout here, gets a stop, keeps it at 12 to 14.
Absolutely. I mean, Curley's got some incredible slashers, so playing on zone defense and whoever got the ball, you know, immediately getting doubled, it's really hard to get that done. So I mean, it's really hard to work it inside on that. So. But Curley's no worse for wear on the three-pointer, so let's see if they can get that going, if they can't get it inside.
Yeah, Curley's got the talent to do it. I mean, zone look, you're going to leave a lot of jumpers open. So far, Curley, they're just going to have to figure out where the holes are in this zone. Because, I mean, but immediately they couldn't find any and forced 2 straight air balls.
Exactly.
Lob inside, nearly a dunk, but St. John's cuts the lead down to 8.
I'm sure Pilgrim wanted to try and slam that home, but you know, down in a game like this, you don't want to even just try and risk it.
And the Knapp in the corner. Boykin up top with it. Driving by. Swinging around. Johnson in the corner. No good.
Some bad shots here from Curley to start the half.
Not a great start to the second half.
The zone defense is killing them right now.
They're currently having real struggles with it. Mid-range, no good. Boykin, strong defensive rebound.
It's a great rebound. If St. John's would have gotten the rebound and gotten the put back, I mean, we're talking a 6-point game, so.
Johnson, good shot inside. Brandon stayed with it, but couldn't get that to go. Big miss there from Curley. Definitely want that shot to go. As tough inside move, no good. Trying to go up with it, and Curley active hands right there.
Well done by Knapp, and also well done to not foul them there. That could have been a very easy spot to get a foul in.
Yeah, 3 people reaching right there, but all very disciplined, making sure to keep their hands out of the cookie jar and not get a foul. Boykin smartly able to drive from the defender who's a little flat-footed. Gonna go to the line for 2.
Yeah, well done there. I mean, as we can see so far, points don't seem to be easy to come by for Curley to start this half, so just get in the line, trying to get some free points. Well
I mean, it would be big to see the ball just go through the rim. I know seeing that ball go through the rim really helps the team, so see what happens with Boykin's free throw. First way up and good, and Curley scores their first points in the second half. Boykin second free throw also good. Curley extending the lead back up to double digits. Curley looking to trap there. Weaving all the way in through, a tough finish over Knapp. I mean, Curley has the size, but that was just better offense right there, finishing right over Knapp.
That was a great finish right there. It's not easy to finish over Knapp too, so well done there.
Johnson over to Carroll. Carroll to Knapp. Johnson, good cut. Driving all the way inside. Again, staying with it.
Good effort play by Johnson there. Two guys on him to get the board there.
Boykin kicking it out to Carroll. Unselfish pass. His three-pointer is good. Carroll had 4 3-pointers last game, and he gets a three-pointer to go here. Curley, 40-29 lead.
Now Curley's starting to work it inside. I mean, if they can, and it seems to open up, be able to lanes from the three-point lane. If they can work it inside, much better than the zone defense, because the zone defense is taking, you know, 2 guys to get on the one ball carrier for a second. So it's getting this three-point lane open really good for Curley.
Yeah, both teams points hard to come by so far for both teams. Driving inside here. Knapp tipped the pass. Carroll has it. Carroll's trying to go all the way with it. Hard fall, but he's going to go to the line for 2. And Curley, that's big. They've struggled with St. John's zone, but beating the zone down the floor.
Absolutely.
Getting rebounds and getting out and pushing. I mean, that's always their key no matter what. And especially when you really haven't succeeded at breaking down the zone, it's big to get in transition. And even if you don't score, at least get to the free throw line.
Absolutely. And credit St. John's for good transition defense there. I mean, it was kind of spotty earlier in the game, but I mean, they got 3 guys down the court and made it tough for Nyan to even put up the layup, even though they fouled him.
Carroll's second free throw is good, and he drains both, and Curley extends their lead up to 13. And could this be where Curley makes their run to extend the game out? It's going to be big to see if both teams are able to respond. Is not on the same page right there. Bad turnover by St. John's. And Curley starting to kind of feel themselves. As St. John's, I thought they called a timeout for a second, but. And Curley starting to feel themselves out in the second half. It's going to be big for St. John's to keep in this one. Boykin catching it here. Working to shake his defender free. Again, Curley not on the same page. Boykin looked a little rushed with it and tried to get it to Carroll, but pass went out of bounds.
But at least Curley's able to get back, inside toward the paint again, unlike the first 2 possessions in this half.
Yeah, it seems like they're at least a little bit more comfortable. That turnover wasn't the case, but they really seem to be at least settling in at least a little bit more this half, for this quarter. Trying to drive all the way inside. Tough pass. Good shot. That was a tough, from the baseline going out there, that was a tough pass. Curley, can't say you want to give up that shot, but if you're at least a little more comfortable in knowing that he had to make that pass all the way across there.
Absolutely. That's the kind of athleticism that could really get them back in this game.
Johnson, just a high basketball IQ play, knowing the charge is coming, stepping back and going off glass. That is.
The bank is open, and he just cashed in.
That is what made Johnson the leading scorer. That was a great pass inside. That's what makes Johnson the leading scorer in Curley's history. Just that high IQ plays. St. John's and Curley going back and forth right here. 10-point lead with just a little over 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Boykin over to Knapp. Johnson using the screen. Knapp's three-pointer is good, and Curley extends the lead up to 13. Knapp's shooting so far today has been huge for Curley.
Absolutely.
Trying to drive baseline.
Trying to get a little wraparound pass like they had earlier last possession.
Yeah. Curley forcing St. John's to really make tough passes. Was able to complete the last 2, but a couple alternatives also come on the way, and Curley will take that. St. John's will go to line for 2 here.
So far, fouling is down this half as well. 3 total.
Yeah,
with a minute 50 in the third.
Yeah, both teams a little bit more disciplined. I think honestly the nerves and the jitters you have coming into the game really contributes a lot of fouls in the first quarter, but now both teams are really settling in, really knowing what to do. And that, instead of a dog fight, it's now more of a chess match.
Exactly.
St. John's coming out with their own little pressure. Curley got to try to work their way through this one.
I don't know if that's smart considering, Curley's transition offense is, maybe some of the best in the state.
Yeah, I mean, St. John's nearly forcing a turnover right there, but Boykin able to keep himself in bounds and draw a foul. Minute and a half left here in this third quarter. Curley still maintaining a 12-point lead. Knapp breaking himself free. Thought about a 3-pointer, but decided against it. Then Curley with a 12-point lead. No need to rush shots. The time is their friend right now. I mean, they still got another about 9.5 minutes left to go. But their key has got not to be rush shots. Got to just get good shots and put points on the board. As Carroll's 3-pointer is no good. Brandon's staying with it, but his foot was out of bounds before he saved it. St. John's lucky to get out of that one right there. You could feel the student section ready to explode if Carroll had made that 3-pointer, extend the Curley lead to 15.
Absolutely. I mean, like I was saying, it seems like some of these Curley guys are getting left open in the on the perimeter due to their ability to beat the zone defense.
Foul there on Boykin. Again, Curley, a hard closeout right there. It must have gotten him on the leg. Is definitely not a foul you run right there. First free throw is no good, and that's big for St. John's. In a 12-point game, you got to make your free throws. I mean, this is a championship game. When you're behind by 12, you gotta make the free throws. I mean, it's just simple. This should be the easy part.
Exactly.
Second free throw also no good. Fighting for it, but just had nowhere to go with it. I mean, trying to keep it in bounds, but Knapp was ready and willing to greet him right there.
And even though they've picked up 2 fouls here on some of the line twice this quarter, Curley's defense looks much more disciplined, I would say.
Johnson working across half court. He's going to go all the way inside, and he's going to get fouled. Most likely not on the shot, so Curley will get an inbound. And Curley, big. Where points have been so hard to come by in this third quarter. Again, it's big for Curley. Maybe get a basket right here. Really shift momentum because both teams feel like they've been going back and forth, but instead of each making jumpers, it feels like it's been a myriad of turnovers. But the shot here for Curley maybe extend this lead big into the third quarter, or to the end of the third quarter.
Dalen trying to shake his defender off a little bit.
Walter with it right side. Walter handing off to Carroll. Carroll's mid-range is blocked. Going inside. Johnson tried to contest, but fouled him. And St. John's will go to the line again. Again, big, gotta make these. I mean, they would have made the 2 last time be a 10-point game. Even if he makes 2 right here, it could have been an 8-point game. So
absolutely,
it's that small difference that St. John's, if they want to close the gap between Curley, they gotta make these.
Curley's been great on getting rebounds off of the missed free throws as well, especially Knapp.
Yeah, Curley's size advantage has definitely played a big role in that. So Curley probably going to look to try to get the one last shot before the end of the quarter. But St. John's definitely going to, most likely, if they make it, they're going to be coming out in that press, trying to steal one more possession, trying to steal a bucket.
There he is, Knapp again.
Second free throw, no good. But excuse me, they came out on a miss too. I mean, it's a championship game. You got to be willing to do that no matter. Has a good interception. Taking it away, and again, stealing a bucket right there. 9 seconds left in the quarter. Curley got to look to make sure they don't turn it over. Got to look to get it across. Johnson stepping back, pumping. Nearly made that. As Curley will go into into the final quarter with a 9-point lead, but could have been 12. Johnson with a tough.
Incredible effort right there.
Yeah, I mean, Curley got to make some adjustments right here. That press really seemed to affect them in that final minute of the third quarter. Has allowed St. John's to make it just a 9-point game. I mean, Curley's been in control the whole game, but they haven't gotten the blow to knock St. John's out yet. They've kept them around, and then you can even feel in the student section all throughout the arena. There's this uneasy tension that St. John's isn't gone yet, and I mean that's going to be big to see. Beginning this fourth quarter, going to be big to see what team is going to come out and really control it.
Absolutely. I mean, so far it seems like I was saying, I said earlier, Curley seemed a little bit more disciplined on defense. They sent him to the line 3 times, but you know, they still locked him down, did their thing. Curley just got to come out here, and they don't even have to like blow him out. They just have to, you know, maintain a constant pace and just come out and do their thing for 8 more minutes.
Yeah, I mean, Curley, they're not down 9. They don't have to do anything extreme. They just got to play their game and play within themselves. St. John's, they don't have to do anything more extreme. They're a good shot-making team, but they have to make their shots. When they get to the free throw line, gotta make them. If Curley has a bad rotation, you gotta take advantage of. You gotta take advantage of every little thing.
Absolutely.
As all the players are out on the floor for the final quarter of this MIAA B Conference Championship game. Working it inside here. Brandon with the contest, but a tough basket inside by St. John's. They're willing to make the extra pass. They have cut the Curley lead down to 7 now. Walter to Johnson. An offensive foul. He was sliding. His foot was moving.
That was a very suspect call.
A questionable call that, as we said, the refs have been taking less of an active role this second half, but that play, I don't know what they were looking at. You can clearly see he moved his foot to get in position, but I digress as St. John's will take the ball down the court.
Again, Curley up 7. I mean, they don't need to do anything insane. Just
swinging around 3-pointer, no good. Carroll collecting the rebound there. And Carroll going to try to beat St. John's press. That's big right there. Making sure to beat the press down the floor. As St. John's coming out of their zone, actually, willing to just go into a simple man-to-man. Ball tipped. Carroll out to go into the backcourt. Tough effort right there. Tried to get back into play, but got Carroll across the arm. St. John's not liking the foul call, but just an eye for an eye right there.
And with 7 minutes, 2 seconds left, Curley up 7. They could get like a 3 to fall here. That would go a long, long way.
Curley, look for this to probably be the lineup to close out the game right here. They got 4 seniors in, starting lineup in. Watch this team to be the team to make the stretch run. Boykin going over to Johnson. Johnson trying to work himself free. Mid-range jumper is good, and Johnson, tough bucket so far. It's made him the leading scorer. He is willing to take and make those shots. That is a championship team right there. You cannot have a championship team without a guy or multiple guys that are willing to take and make those tough shots.
Absolutely.
St. John's swinging around, trying to work inside. Looks like Boykin going to call for the foul call. And making sure it wasn't Brandon. Brandon had 2 early fouls. Hasn't picked up one recently, but still be big to keep him out of foul trouble.
It's the 4th on Boykin.
Now Boykin in foul trouble. Not great for him either. Now Walter got to come in here. That's big. I mean, Walter plays a similar role as Boykin, but it's hard to replace Boykin's athleticism, so it's going to be really. Okay, that's a tough blow right there.
Exactly. We've seen Boykin on multiple occasions tonight create his own shots, and that's something that's just, like you said, can't be replaced. But hey, Walter, he's going to come out here and do his thing.
Johnson, great pass to Brandon. He missed the easy layup. You can't ask for a better play than that. Johnson breaking the press, finding Brandon, but he missed the easy left-hand layup. you won't see that from Brandon almost any time. That is rare for him. I mean, Johnson with a great up court vision, getting trapped, throwing a tough one-handed pass across court it's a hard thing to do.
In a game like this, you can't let that affect you. You just gotta, wipe that from your memory and just keep going. Brandon playing some stick defense now.
St. John's still swinging it around here. Pass inside. Knapp got called for the foul there. Again, St. John's got to be big to make these free throws right here. They could cut into the Curley's if they start making their free throws, but it's going to be very hard for them to cut this deficit in the last 5:33 if they do not make their free throws.
Absolutely.
As that free throw no good, I mean.
That's been a huge part of this game. I would probably guess maybe like 50, maybe even lower % shooting on their free throws today.
Curley will call a timeout right here. I mean, Curley, they've been a team that's been, I can't say struggled, but not been perfect from the line this year. But this game so far, they've really been deadly efficient from the line. And St. John's not able to take advantage. They've been getting to the line here and currently have the foul advantage, but not able to make it, and especially being now in the 1-and-1. Even a simple reach-in foul will result in free throws.
Exactly. Overall, though, it doesn't seem as though like St. John's has sent Curley to the line too often, which, look good on their part, staying disciplined on defense.
Yeah, I mean, I think they've been disciplined. They've had a couple of reach-ins, but by being aggressive, I think if they're gonna have any shot in this one, they gotta stay aggressive. They really, now that you're down 9, now that you're cut it to single digits, you can't back away now. And instead, you have to ramp it up now, and you have to really be even more aggressive. Even if that results in a couple more foul calls and forcing Curley to go to the line, you at least gotta make them earn it from there. But Curley, if they can stay within themselves, they will find themselves, they're only 5 minutes and 53 seconds away from a chance at a title. Second free throw is good, and the Curley cut down to 8. St. John's making sure they stay in their pressure here. They're just gonna keep on Curley. But Johnson getting it all the way through. Johnson working inside, couldn't get it to go. Again, St. John's coming away with the break with it. A tough pass inside, couldn't finish. Carroll with the smart back tap, finding Johnson out on the break. A tough finish again. Just high basketball IQ plays from Curley. That's why this team is here in this position. Carroll with the smart back tap to Knapp, who finds Johnson streaking out.
Exactly. That's a perfect play for them right there.
Driving through. Tough finish over Walter. Johnson getting it in here. No foul call, but it doesn't matter. Knapp's going to take his mid-range. It is good, and Curley willing to take the tough shots. I mean, St. John's coming out under pressure, forcing tough passes by Curley and tough shots. But Curley willing to take and make them. Ball going off the backboard. Johnson finding Carroll, went off a St. John's player. I can't believe they're gonna call that. No, they overruled it, but nearly a blown call right there. As Curley students are happy to see that they have witnessed too many championship games lazily thrown away by refs that shouldn't be there.
I mean, that was about as blatant as a tip off St. John's as you'll see.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need to go to the replay booth. We don't need to go to New York to see that one. That was kind of obvious, and luckily we're getting 3 refs there that got that one right. As Curley has a 10-point lead, only 4 minutes and 53 seconds away from the title. I know they can smell it, but they got to stay within themselves.
They have to stay in the game. They cannot, think about celebrating the game. They got to end that. They have to stay in this game. I mean, St. John's has shown that they can, once they get on the run, they get a little bit of momentum. They can take that a little bit too far for Curley.
Yeah, St. John's has the system to come back. They are a fast 3-point shooting team that likes to press. That is a team that can get 7, 8 points in a row if they're really on top of their game. And Curley's got to make sure they watch out for that. I mean, so far it's been just the dynamic players. Like we've been saying, Knapp and Johnson have just, St. John's has been pressing them, but Knapp and Johnson have been spectacular in that, making jumpers, getting to the basket. They've just been superb. big to maybe try to get a score right here. Tried to get a basket, but stolen by St. John's. Trying to drive inside on Knapp. A foul call right there. I swear I thought I heard a foul call earlier.
As did I.
Gonna be a 1-and-1 though. Or no, never mind. Call it on 11. No, excuse me. Brandon picking up his 4th right there again. Big. Curley in foul trouble right now. That is going to be big to watch in this last 4:45. Curley, a lot of depth, but do you really want to go to the depth right now? I mean, they are great players, but it's good to have continuity, have just the same group playing out there for the final minutes, as they'll bring in Odom Lee to make sure Boykin or Brandon does not foul out. Second free throw, no good. Curley willing to allow it to go out of bounds. They'll take possession here. Still maintaining a 9-point lead. Yeah, it's got to be big for them. Just keep converting on each of these possessions.
St. John's staying in this press.
Get over to Knapp here.
So far in this press, they've been able to find Johnson over the middle, like just right there.
Hey, call for a jump ball right there. Who's it going to go to? It's got to stay Curley's way. That's big right there.
Absolutely.
Curley needed to keep that one.
Curley needs to keep this in like the 8 to 10 point range for sure. They don't want to let St. John's get any closer than that.
Johnson working himself free. Tough jumper, no good. Carroll right there. Big board. Johnson saying with who are they going to say it's going to go off? It's going to go off with Johnson. But I mean, Curley so close to pushing it out to 11 right there. Every basket really mattering in this game right now.
No matter what happens, this has been a fantastic game. Both teams giving each team a run for their money.
Yeah, both teams not backing away. St. John's, a late foul call. A late foul call.
Very late call there. Wow.
Curley can't not believe it right there.
The refs are really taking this game into their own hands in this 4th quarter. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's as St. John's will sink the first free throw. Again, it is big right there. See how the refs call this game. Every point matters. So sending them to the line right there, big. I mean, as they make the second free throw. St. John's going to call a timeout right here. And Curley 4 minutes and 7 seconds away from possibly finishing this off. But it is not going to be easy. The refs are not going to make it easy, and neither is St. John's. So it will be big to see how these final 4 minutes and 7 seconds will go.
Yeah, I was saying they need to stay in like the 8 to 10 point range, and 7's when you start to think just holding the ball, like keeping some clock off. I don't know, they just got to hold on for another 4 minutes and 7 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you want to try to make that run, but at this point, you don't really need the run to put them away. You just need to win. And sometimes it would be nice if Curley right now, I mean, it's big for them. That's probably what they want to do, is come out here and just put St. John's away, put the nail in the coffin. But St. John's probably not going to like that too much, so they're going to be in it, and they're going to probably stay around. This will be an interesting 4 minutes and 7 seconds away. I would not turn off this stream anytime soon. Buzzer actually went off. Game to Carroll. Carroll trying to work his way free. An offensive foul right there.
The refs are taking this game into their own hands.
An unbelievable call right there. I mean, I understand the contact, but at a certain point, you can't take the game into your own hands.
You gotta let these kids play.
You're not wearing the uniform. You're not wearing the uniform.
You've got to let these kids play, man.
Officials timeout right there.
I would say that they need one for sure.
a 7-point game. And this stuff really matters. I mean, Curley's had too many championship games with the same exact stuff like this. I mean,
St. John's in the double bonus too already.
Frustrating to see.
With 4 minutes left.
Not sure what they're checking down there. That was an offensive foul though, so we will not send St. John's to the line. But every foul now on will send them to the line for 2. Trying to drive inside, kicking it out for 3. Long, no good.
Naps tries to save it.
Naps saved it in bounds. Not sure who was going to go off of. Driving inside, no good. Knapp got the rebound. Surprised they didn't call a foul right there. It seems like any contact for Curley is automatically a foul.
Absolutely. Get it to Johnson.
Johnson going inside. And one right there. They're a proper call right there.
You can tell St. John's trying to feed off of some questionable calls by the ref, trying to get that charge.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't want to sound by it, but he was moving right there. Johnson took the contact.
Absolutely.
Finishes. I mean, they missed that call early. That was the exact same play. But this time Johnson drawing the foul, going through the contact, and a chance to extend the Curley up to 10 with 3.5 minutes left to go.
As questionable as the rest have been this game, Curley, holding their own, up 9, keeping themselves in this game.
I mean, Curley will be big to get some defensive stop right there. The errant pass goes out of bounds. That is huge right there. St. John's, you got to quell Curley's momentum, and you cannot be having a turnover there. Just a simple one, not even just an unforced turnover right there. Curley didn't even pressure out. That was just a bad pass.
Absolutely, and I mean, they're going to need to. I would say they definitely need to capitalize off that too right now.
Curley going with all experience right now, going all seniors. But they sneak Carroll deep. Watch out for Knapp to just chuck it deep. He thought about it. Contact right there. Going to be a foul call. Curley now at 7 fouls will be in the bonus now. They will be shooting 1-on-1. And for a team who has been deadly efficient at the line, they could put it away at the line.
This makes it a little tougher for St. John's to make this comeback now that they're in the bonus.
And especially Johnson. Johnson has been lights out. Again, St. John's putting in their size now. They got to make sure they get even if Johnson happens to miss, they got to get these rebounds, and they can't, because they cannot allow Curley to take 20, 30 seconds off the clock right here. Free throw, no good. Trying to fight for the jump ball. Not able to. St. John's going to try to get a basket here. Slipping, falling, but still able to retain possession. They got to try to get some kind of bucket going here. Trying a 3. Not tipped by Curley, and another errant passes. If you're St. John's, you cannot be having this right now.
Absolutely. That's a possible 4 to 6 point swing right there.
You've been working to stay in this game. You've even gotten a couple stops in a row, but just not able, just simple turnovers right there. Unforced turnovers. Knapp has it here. Knapp looking to get it to Boykin. High post. Boykin drives. Tough finish! And that puts Curley up 11. Huge finish. Going to be a timeout called for the bad pass. But Curley up 11, 2.5 minutes to go.
You don't ever want to say anything, but I mean, this place is starting to get a little.
This place is starting to sense it here. There could be something here. I mean, it's all going to come out, depending on what happens coming out of this timeout. The next 30 to 45 seconds could be the game right here. It's either going to be the beginning of a miraculous St. John's run, or Curley capping off their season to be the MIAA Big Conference champions for the first time in 19 years.
That sounds good. That sounds really good to hear.
Yeah, I mean,
but again, 2:34 left.
They're going with almost all seniors right here. They got Boykin in the center, but they have the original starters ready, and they're going with what they're comfortable with. They're going with the starters. St. John's gotta be willing to capitalize right here. Bad pass. Carroll takes it away to Johnson. Couldn't finish inside. Carroll fighting for it. His foot's out of bounds.
That's Curley ball. It's got to be Curley ball.
Jump ball gonna go St. John's way, but his foot was out of bounds. Missed that call, but his foot's. I can't tell from. I'm up here, so obviously I can't say with 100% certainty, but his foot looked to be out of bounds right there. But we'll see. But St. John's, a bunch of sloppy possessions right here. If they're going to do anything, they got to start now. Working inside. Bucket is good, and they cut the Curley lead down to 9.
Those turnovers have been huge for Curley. 9-point game with 3
Johnson
consecutive
working over
turnovers.
To Knapp. Boykin over to Carroll in the corner. It's no good, but Knapp fighting for it. St. John's got to be willing to push it here. Working inside. Thought about a 3-pointer outside. Mid-range is good, and they cut the Curley lead down to 7. Again, St. John's not willing to go at Curley. Had 2 possessions right there that could have maybe capped this game, but they want to keep our heart rates up. So they missed a couple, and it is now a 7-point game.
That 3-pointer seemed to take forever to get to the basket.
1:40. There's 1:45 left in this game. Curley so close to it. I know they can taste it, but they gotta lock in here. St. John's a dangerous offensive team and a team that loves to press. They gotta finish it off. To deserve to be champion, you gotta do this. They gotta have the heart test here. This is a heart test.
Absolutely. Credit to St. John. They're pushing Curley. They're making Curley stay consistent and stay with them.
We know both teams are talented. We didn't need a whole championship game to figure that out.
Exactly.
But this is a heart test. Who wants it more? It's a 7-point game right here. Can Curley close out? Can they stay poised? Can they stay within themselves? And can they make free throws to close this game out?
Student section of Curley is starting to get a little bit jittery here. They're starting to get it. They're starting to understand.
They want to celebrate, but St. John's not allowing them to do that yet. Johnson working himself free here.
Spins behind the back.
Johnson, just a great ball handler. That's part of what makes Johnson so special. You know you have to hang on to. You know He's going to pressure, and you know he's going to reach. But Johnson, it was like it was a pickup game for him. Like he'd been doing this a million times, just going between the legs, behind the back, half spin.
That's why he's so good at creating space for himself.
It's too easy. He is in his element when the pressure's on him. As Johnson's free throw is good, and that is huge. He will earn himself a second free throw. And with 1:38, he's extended the Curley lead up to 8. Johnson's second free throw is also good and extends the Curley lead up to 9 with 1:36 left. St. John's got to get something now. It's now or never for them. Thought about a 3, passes it up, driving inside. It is good, and it cut the Curley down to 7. Knapp finds Boykin. Boykin trying to spin himself free. Working himself by, but Curley will call a timeout right here, making sure not to lose possession.
1 timeout remaining for each team as well.
Yeah, definitely going to be big right now. Curley, got to keep their composure. They've kept their composure the whole game. This is the most important minute and 16 seconds to keep your composure.
Absolutely.
You got to do it now. You haven't made the run to put them away, but you don't need to now. You just got to hang on. You've worked to get this 7-point lead. you got to make sure you can make this the best minute in 16 of your 4 years here if you're a senior.
Refs got to make sure that they, you know, keep themselves towards making good calls. I'll just say that.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be big there because you know St. John's going to be looking to get some. If they're not taking three-pointers, even if they are taking a three-pointer, they're going to be looking for contact because, I mean,
Exactly.
getting foul calls, getting to the free throw line, although for them today it's maybe not been the best for them, getting to the free throw line could be worth it for them.
And being in the double bonus, I mean, you're automatically just giving them the 2.
As Curley will inbound the ball here. Surprising that St. John's puts someone on the ball right there, or at least doesn't put someone that longer than Johnson on the ball. They're going to be called. St. John's going to call for a hold right there. I mean, looked like they got Carroll right around the waist right there.
Exactly.
Thought they called it 5 seconds, but it didn't look like it. But that will foul Josh Bell out. That is it for. That is it for him this game. Or, excuse me, Pilgrim. That is it for him this game. Dynamic player for them so far today. Not the way you want to end your career, going out on a foul out. Be great for him if St. John's can make a run in these final 116, but if Carroll sinks these free throws, that may not be possible.
Put them up 9 again. I mean, Curley's just been able to hold the 7 to 9 point lead for the majority of the time.
Carroll's free throw is good, and with 1:16 left, the Curley lead is 8. Crowd's starting to sense it now. This could be big right here. Carroll's free throw, no good. Brandon forcing a tip. Boykin able to win it, but he is stripped. Curley student section ready to celebrate, but Knapp going inside forces a miss.
Well done on Knapp's part there.
Somebody get called for a foul. Who got called for a foul? Johnson called for a foul. They're going to say maybe a loose ball foul right there. Again, St. John's is not letting this game go away. I mean, you thought with that offensive rebound, okay, that's it. Okay, Knapp forces the miss, that's it, but they just don't want this game to end. And
exactly.
St. John's not going away.
They always say the last minute of a basketball game is the longest minute of all time.
That is huge right there. You needed that one to go. You cannot have that one miss. So that one rims in and out. St. John's honestly be better for them to miss this and get the rebound. Try to at least get a 2 or 3 point right here. They miss it. Brandon gets the board. He looked to get out to Johnson. Johnson's going to look to go long to Carroll. Carroll! Great block by St. John's, and they are not going to let this game end just yet. Going all the way inside. Knapp with a great recovery.
47 seconds left on the clock.
Johnson trying to run this clock out. He gets into Boykin. Boykin finished inside, and it's a 10-point game.
40 seconds left, 10-point game.
40 seconds left. The crowd can start to sense it here.
And it's a turnover.
Turnover, and the students are starting to sense it here. At 35.9 seconds left. Curley, 35.9 seconds away from their first title in 19 years.
This place has erupted.
Curley calling a timeout here to make sure they have their sets right. But everyone can start to sense it now. Curley is on the verge of their first basketball championship in 19 years.
19 years. Like you said, like nobody at Curley was alive when this happened. No student in Curley was alive when last time this happened. So
they haven't even made a championship game since I was 8 years old. The last decade, 2010, was the last time they were in the championship, and now they are only 35.9 seconds away from redeeming themselves.
And if there's any team that was going to do it, it's this team. This team knows how to work together. They are so coherent. They have such good chemistry. They are so unselfish.
The crowd started to feel it here. Getting out of the stands, they are now all on the floor, waiting to rush the court. A magical moment here for Curley. And for Darnell, this has got to be huge from his second year with these guys. He has taken them to the championship. This has been a process long in the making of building a championship team here at Curley. and it looks like they might have done it.
Exactly. What a moment right now.
As we still got 35.9 left. Game not over yet, but Curley definitely looking to get it here. Into Carroll. Carroll trapped. He just throws it up, but he gets it back.
Looking to
Carroll out to Boykin. The slam with 25 seconds left to go. Curley extends the lead up to 12. Unbelievable.
18 seconds left.
We're running under 20.
Looking for a three.
Thought about the three-pointer. No good. Foul call at 12.1. As the student section is starting to sense it here. Ready to storm the floors. They have a 12-point lead.
Wow, this atmosphere is absolutely incredible right now.
I have not felt this. Curley's been waiting over a year since the lacrosse championship to celebrate in 19 years for a basketball championship. And they might have it right here. There's only 12 seconds away. Subbing out the seniors for their final time on the court as we see the all-time leading scorer Caleb Johnson checking out for the final time. Dalen Brandon and Josh Knapp, a great 4 years here, playing amazing and going out with a chance at a title. It's been a storybook ending so far for this team.
Absolutely.
As there are 12
Couldn't have put it better myself.
12.1 seconds left. Students starting to sense it here. Brown getting it into White. We got 10 seconds left. Stripped. Foot out of bounds right there for White.
They're just not letting this game die.
We got 5 seconds left on the clock. We got 4 seconds left. We got 3 seconds left.
This game just won't end. A minute.
Just won't end.
Pardon me, a second point six left.
We got a second left. Do you believe in me? Curley has done it for the first time in 19 years. They are the B Conference champions. They've done it. They've won it. They finished it off. They finally did it for the first time in 19 years. Curley is the king of the MIAA B Conference. Unbelievable. A great game between both teams. Curley finishing the storybook ending to this year.
Turn out the lights. The party is over. Curley is your B Conference 2019-2020 basketball champions.
Everyone can breathe. They did it this year. They did not come up short. They did it finally. It took 19 years.
What a moment right now. What a moment.
The student section waiting to greet him. As they finally done it, it is sinking in. Curley is the king of the MIAA B Conference. Denied no longer. For the seniors, this has got to be a great moment. 4 years in the making.
Wow,
they did it.
Incredible.
They finally did it. It has been a joy these past 2 years covering this team through the ups and through the downs. It has been great watching these teams, great going out with these seniors, and I'm proud to be the voice of the Friars Nation right here as they win the B Conference championship.
Absolutely incredible.
It's unbelievable.
It's been a fantastic 2 years doing this, and couldn't want it to end any other way.
Exactly. As they crown, as Johnson and Carroll holding the title out of midcourt. They did it. The team finally starting to sense it now. They finished it off. They did it. It feels great.
And credit to St. John's. I mean, they played so tough. They played so hard. I mean, they were very physical all game, and they quite literally played down to the final buzzer.
Yeah, they would not let this game end, and they gave it the effort. They can walk out of here with their heads hung high that they really tried, but Curley just wanted it more, and they had it in them to do it. As We Are the Champions starts to play, the Curley team holding the title they so desperately have coveted these 19 years. It's been a long wait. Oh, no. Team lining up for the picture right here. So for Friars Nation this year, for Patrick McDonald, first got to get a disclaimer. Our Friars Nation YouTube channel has had a technical difficulty. Hopefully we're trying to get the channel back. Thanks for anyone who's joined us today. It's been a great experience watching this game today. But for me, Patrick McDonald, Ricky Gantz, Pablo Sainz, this is Alex Petter signing off for his final basketball game.